You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to talk about the Miami nightclub. There's a lot of people want to know about the Miami nightclub, how to be successful. So let's talk about the Miami nightclub. There's a lot of content creators, in particular, talking about the Miami nightclub. Rollo, have you been to a Miami nightclub? I've been to the Miami rooftop. I passed through the Miami nightclub a few months ago, and I can tell you that it is true that they have particular women, particular style of women that they want to go in these clubs. The men in particular have a certain particular style of woman that they want there. They preferably want the exotic woman. There's truth to that. Majority of the men in Miami are men that come from other various places, particularly prefer a woman that is very exotic. Miami itself has an exotic look to it. We know that the Cubanos have a lot to say. The mayor of Miami comes from Cuba. And if you go to South Beach, if you've been to Brickell, certain parts of Miami, you know that to be the case, whether you're a visitor or you live in Miami. Like I said, I've been to the Miami Lounge, the rooftop. I haven't been to any of the clubs. I passed through them. And yes, it's true. They have a limit of quote unquote certain women that they let in. And so I have even went to the one at the rooftop, and I could tell you I didn't see too many sisters in there. I only could see maybe three. And what that told me is that if it's a sister that's coming there, she's connected to the promoter or she's part of the entertainment world and they want to meet the quarter. It's the men, it's the men that love exotic women in Miami, you know. So I would tell you, sisters, or any original woman, if you plan on going to Miami, you better off going to Little Haiti spot, Wynwood, maybe. You can get into downtown, maybe Miami. I say Miami. I'm speaking that Florida slang, Miami. They say Miami. People in the north say Miami. It's Miami. So if you're gonna go to that part of town, you want to go to Wynwood, Little Haiti, places like that, Fort Lauderdale, because Miami, the men in Miami like exotic women. They like them, they into them. Y'all seen me walk down South Beach for those who are part of the member, club, the elite member club. Shout out to y'all. You know that to be the case. And the reason for that is because these people have serious money. They like their woman in shape. There was a sister who was, talking about it. She had a lot of tattoos. She can't get work. It's very hard to get work in Miami if you're a woman of color or a woman that is not of color that have a certain look. You have to have a certain look to draw people to spend money, if that makes sense. You could say that Miami could be shallow in the sense that are they looking for talent or are they just looking for looks? Well, they always say looks bring in money, right? I don't know if you heard that saying. Looks bring in money. Even in the entertainment world, a lot of guys are told to get with a certain look woman. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be commercial type look woman, or she has to have that certain look. Like we know, for the most part, in American culture, that a lot of men like exotic women. For the most part, she got to be near exotic or close to exotic. And if you look at the entertainment world in Miami, it's an entertainment world. You should expect that. So you could be a pretty woman and you could have the qualification. They're not looking for that. The men are looking for exotic women. And so what ends up happening is even some of the Latino women get denied. Y'all be thinking it's just be the sisters get denied at these clubs. No, it'd be Latino women. I seen Asian women got denied. White women got denied. They had to wait a long time. Well, Rollo, how did you get in? Well, because I have the look. I'm not into men, respectfully to those who are. Yet, even as a man, it's harder to get in. I seen guys with money, they ain't get in. They didn't have the look. So most women also have a certain look for a man they want to talk to. You get what I'm saying? So I was just fortunate to get in because I have the look to get in. I know that most women of means are going to talk to men that have a baby face or they have a look that they know. It's like, let me show you something. Let me show you something real. Let's go to a video. I'm gonna show you something. Because y'all gotta see what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. I'm gonna make sure that the video is muted. Give me 1 second. I gotta mute it. Hold on 1 second. Let me find it. Okay, I got it ready. I'm gonna show you a quick look at it right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's get to it right now. What's up, Fable Studios? What's going on? What's happening? I want you to see this. Let's get to the ladies. All right, so this guy's walking down Brickell. So I want you to see. Now, these women's here are average. These women's here are average, right? They're not exotic. So they by the mall right now. He's by the mall. He's walking by the mall. So you see these guys that's hanging out right here? They're not going to get in. These guys right here that you're sitting, get that person out of here, Forever Studios. Get that troll out of here. Get that troll out of here, Forever Studio. If you're still in the building. I don't got time for entertain these trolls. Let me get this person out of here. You got to get out of here. I got you out of here. You packed up out of here. You blocked. You're not going to come in here and promote something in my chat. You crazy? Yeah. So anyway, these guys ain't going to get in because they don't have the look the women looking for. Just like the men have a certain look for the women to get in. Let's see if we find some women here. Okay, so he's walking around here. Then they go to the old. Okay, she's kind of exotic. She's kind of exotic for the club. She might, yeah, she'll get in. She'll get in. You see this one right here? She's an original sister. She's not gonna get in, even though she's Latina. She's Latina. She's not gonna get in. They're not gonna let her in. Why? Because she has tattoos. Okay, she got tats. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue. She's not getting in. You know she's definitely not getting in. Possibility, because she's slim. Nope, not getting in. Definitely not getting in. This is what I'm trying to show you. They very serious on look. Okay, so this is the club that everybody goes to on the corner, right by the mall. I forget the name of the street. The club is right here. Now, she could be a promoter or a dancer. They just happen to get in for the night. I could tell she don't get in every week. They have a selective situation for certain events for women to get in. I recall seeing her one time. Yeah, she's Colombian. Yeah, so the guys is getting in. A couple of guys is getting in. He not getting in. Unless he gonna pay $200 to get in. Okay, so he's walking towards the mall. This guy does TikTok all the time, I heard. I didn't run into him. He does TikTok. He's smart. He set up his TikTok. He gets money right there. And he's getting money on TikTok. So salute to the old man. Yeah, she getting in. She definitely getting in. She's not exotic that she could get in. She could get in because they'll let her get in. She's just gonna have to find somebody to get her in with her. Yeah, she getting in. Okay, let's continue. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so you see this one right here? She could get in. This Afro Latina woman, she could get in. She definitely could get in because they like them tall, petite, you know. She got the exotic look more likely, so she could get in. They're just going to allow only 2 or 3 just to meet the quota. This is one of the toughest spots to get in. Listen, in Brickell, this is one of the toughest spots to get in, y'all. This club right here. All the top people go here. YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagram, you name it. Yeah, you can see this guy is holding on to this Cubiana woman. Yeah, he's holding on to the Cubiana woman. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man. So if you're a brother that is on point, and you may not be with the meet the quality of what the women looking for, yet you stocky, you make up for it other ways, they may let you in. All right, let's continue. Yeah, this is where I got the this is where I got picked up right here in this area. For those who's on my, you know, what you call it, I got picked up right around here. Yep. This is where I got picked up and got the Uber ride or Lyft. Yep, this is the spot to get your ride. Cause this hotel right here is like almost close to 1,000 a day. This hotel right here is almost close to 1,000 a day, y'all, in Brickell. They definitely not getting in. You see these Asian women, they're not getting in. They got tats in certain locations. Unless they could cover it, they just don't want you to show it. You know what I'm saying? They're very strict. All right, let's continue. They must went to go see a soccer football game. All right, so that's about that. All right, let me do something here. Okay, let me do this real quickly. Let me show you something else. Let me show you something else. Hold on. You're going to see for yourself what they're into. Let me show you this real quick. All right. This is what they into. The guys. You see that? The guys are into women like this. Now you have to be mindful. You got to make sure she's a woman if you're into women. All right. I don't know how true it is. I'm just saying, just make sure it's a woman. Because some of them could pass for a woman, even in Miami. Okay. So anyway, you see what's going on. You see what these guys into. They're into these type of exotic women. They're just going crazy with it. This is Paul. This is one of the top spots in Miami. This is where a lot of women from all over the world try to get into, and they have a hard time getting into this spot. Hard time. I have not been to Paul. My friends have been to Paul, and they told me what the deal is. They the most pickiest one out of all of the places that they've been to. I don't care for clubs, to be honest. I don't care for clubs, me personally. I'm more into the lounge and rooftops. At the same time, it's even strict with that type of environment. Now let's talk about, we're done talking about the Miami situation. Let's talk about how to be successful, in life. A lot of you guys have the potential to be very successful in life. Right now, there's a lot of opportunities for you men and women to make more money before the year is over with. What I suggest you to do, you got 24 hours in a day. Learn today. If you got to write it down, write it down. Learn how much money you made. What's the top 3 months? You got January, February, March. It's 3 months. April, May, June is 3 months. July, August, September is 3 months. October, November, December is the 4th quarter. So my question to y'all, what quarter you seen more than $7,000 this year? If you want to pick January, February, March, put first quarter. If it's April, May, June, put second quarter. If it's July, August, September, put third quarter. We're in the 4th quarter, or October, November, December. When do you see yourself making more than $7,000 a month? Because we want to get to the point that you want to make it every month, if not 2 of the 3 months. So if you working and the average workers, how much? Let's see what they're saying. The average worker is making how much a month? Let's see what they say. Average worker make per month. Okay, so this is what they saying. Let me show y'all. It's interesting that they show you this number because this is very interesting. According to AI, that approximately 5,000 per month. The average worker salary in the United States is approximately 5,000 per month as of 2025. This figure represents the average earning for full-time, year-round workers and can vary based on such as location, industry, and experience level. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's see. This is not what I'm looking for. Hold on one second. So if you're making 5,000 a month, right? If you're making 5,000 a month, that means you're getting by in this economy. If you're making 5,000 a month, you're just getting by. Basically, is what they're saying. You just happen to get by. You know what I'm saying? I don't think everybody's making 5,000 per month. Me personally, however, if you are, cool. Let's see. Let's go by state. Average worker making per month in Florida. Let's see in Florida. That's because this is where I'm at in Florida. I want to see what they say. In Florida 2025. Let's get to that. Okay. It says that in 2025, the average salary in Florida is projected to be 55,000 to 70,000 per year. Now, approximately per month is 4,416 to 5,833 per month. Okay, that's according to the state of Florida. Now let's go to California. I can't wait to see what California says. California, the average month in California as of August 2025 is $5,169.83. There's no way you could survive in California with $5,169.83, depending on where you live at, too. So they say that's what the average salary is in California. All right, let's go to Detroit. Let's take it to Detroit. I want to see what the numbers is looking like in America. They said that the average person in Detroit makes about $7,083 per month. Okay. So Detroit is starting to take care of its workers. Okay. I see why Anton is digging Detroit. Let's go to North Carolina. Let's do that. Yeah. It says in North Carolina it's $4,412.33. That's below 5,000. Okay. Let's go to Georgia. Let's go to Georgia. Georgia. Okay. Georgia is a little bit better. Georgia's saying an approximately as of July 2025, 6,625 per month. That's not bad. Okay. So Georgia's doing more than Florida. Okay. That's because of state taxes. Anyway, let's continue. Texas is 5,208 per month. Yeah, Dallas and Austin specifically have higher salaries. Okay, that's what's up. Let's go to New York City. New York. Let's go to New York. They said that the average salary in New York City is approximately 6,300. 6,300 and oh, that's the average? Yeah, that's not bad. You want to meet if you want to stay in New York, it should be 7,000 or more a month. If you want to do real good in New York. All right, so 6,300, that's good. Okay, let's go to Boston. Let's see what the average salary is in Boston. That's not good. Boston is 4,000 a month. That's not good. 4,000 a month in Boston. That's really not good. Okay. Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Let's go to Oklahoma. $2,292.84 per month in Oklahoma. Wow. Let me do Georgia again, y'all. Hold on. Georgia, Atlanta. I gotta put Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta, Georgia is $5,968. Let me do Florida again. Let me make sure we got everything correct. Okay, Florida close to 6,000. Okay, let's go to Texas again. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go to California again. California, $5,169.83. Okay. New York City. They're not telling a specific number. I say New York City is about 4,000 or 5,000, about 5,000 per month. 5,000 per month on average. Well, I'm trying to get y'all to see, right? And we got Robert in the building. What's up, Robert? What's going on, fam? Salute. What I'm trying to get you guys to see is we got to reach a goal. We got to reach a goal the following year. Put a $sign if you could see yourself reaching this goal. We got to reach a goal as a man to make 15,000 a month. Can you see yourself? Can you see yourself making 15,000 a month next year? Put a heck yeah in the chat. If you see yourself making 15,000 a month in the chat, put heck yeah. Let's get calculator. Let's see something. Let me see. If you see yourself making 15,000 a month, put a heck yeah that you see yourself making after taxes and everything, rounding yourself close to $200,000, y'all. 180. Do you see yourself making 15,000 or more a month? Let's push yourself to the limit. Let this fourth quarter be your greatest quarter. October, November, December. Let's push ourselves to the limit, y'all. Let's push ourselves to the limit, fellas, ladies. If you've been making 5,000 a month, you gotta increase it to 7,000 to 8,000 to 9,000 to 10,000 a month. Let's make it happen. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get on out of here. That's just what it is. It's a motivation video. I want to motivate some of you guys to get out of that 2,000-3,000 a month range. Uh, Not to say that you're doing wrong by making 2,000-3,000 a month. I don't know everybody's situation. All I know is, hey, let's reach to the limit, y'all. Let's think big. Like, enough of the small talk. Like, let's think big. You know what I'm saying? If you subscribe to the channel, I appreciate it. Shout out to those who thumbs up the video. Yo, it's time to think big, fellas. Like, we've been putting in a lot of work for a long time. It's time for our greatness to show. The entities can't stop what belongs to you. All they could do is try to block you from doing what you got to do. I'm talking to you, the audience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into specifics of what I'm doing. All I'm saying is that, look, at the end of the day, it's time to win, y'all. It's time to win. Yo, we in the month of October. We're in the fourth quarter. You know, the shutdown is serious. There's a lot of people being affected, and we're gonna discuss that. You know, a lot of people in the government, a lot of people are not going to be able to work. They going ham on TikTok, on X. Some people are sick of life. They want to give up, and I want to say to them, like, if you was making good money, you got to make better decision choices. That goes for any of us. Because let me tell you something, when the Most High start giving you some serious money, when it's time, you're gonna know when it's time. Listen, you're gonna know when it's time. Some people right now is seeing a day, 14,000 a day, y'all. 14,000 a day. Some people making 20, 30,000 a year. Some people are seeing 14,000 a day. Not everybody that's making 14,000 a day, so they sold to the devil. What I'm saying is, listen, when it comes to money, there's no limit. There's no limit to it. Listen, y'all. How many of you put a check mark in it? How many of you seen the movie Limitless? In that movie Limitless, the guy figure out the code, y'all. He was so powerful with the code that the powers that be wanted to unalive him. Yo, I'm gonna say this: once you figure out the code, of your number, you're supposed to get ready. Because when God start pouring more to you, giving you more than what you even asked for, let me tell you this before I go. It was a gentleman. He worked a 9 to 5. He didn't even think about it. He probably put it on the vision board, whatever the case may be, right? They let him go from the job. He had a family. He didn't know what to do. So he just went on the vision board, wrote what he needed to write, didn't think any of it, did what he needed to do, took care of what he's supposed to take care of, right? Whatever he saved. He never panicked. He just, like, I know my time has come. I'm going to do what I love to do. And boom, next thing you know, something hit for him and for his family. So what I'm saying is when it comes, be ready because it's going to come abundantly. Some of you may need to hear this message. You might be feeling like, I'm on my last dollar, Rollo. What you mean I'm going to be seeing the change? Or ladies, you feel like you're on your last dollar. What do you mean I'm going to see a change? There was times that, I may thought that this was it for me. And then boom, next thing you know, something big happens. So all I'm telling you is that don't ever, ever panic. Some of you around this time next year, it's about to be doing very well for yourself. to whereas you finally get to meet me in person, because now you don't have to be tied to certain situations. You got to maneuver yourself around because you put in the push to make it happen. So let's continue to win. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Forever Studio, Robert, those who's viewing in the clouds. Thank you for dumbing up this video. And to the people that's trying to go to Miami, look, what I'm going to do is have a conversation with some of those people, and y'all find out what's going on. All right? I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one.